Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video here today from Alpha Central titled Kid Silences a Room Full of OnlyFans Models. You know, things are getting rather desperate for humanity when kids are recognizing these people and humbling them on the internet. Today's video was suggested to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comment, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own thoughts and comments, and let's jump right into the video.
Here's some dating advice. There are a few questions you have to ask any guy when you meet him. Number 1, does he have a boat? Thank you.
What these women don't realize is that a man can buy a used kayak for $50 and have an infinitely better time without her.
Me and Alyssa are going through an emergency today. We want to be on a boat. So we're going to DM guys on dating apps and see if one will let us on. Attempt number 1. Let's see if it works. It worked.
You gotta feel sorry for single guys, because this is the type of women that they're dealing with.
If someone I didn't know was offering me a free ride on their boat, I probably wouldn't take it. Think about it. You're stuck on this boat with a random stranger and no way of escaping whatsoever. That just sounds like a recipe for disaster. These subway dancers are incredibly annoying. Not only are they bothering people who are minding their own business, they're also taking up too much space on the train during rush hour. That's inconsiderate and just plain annoying, to be honest.
What's your body count?
20.
20.
Let me go to my notes app. I'll just show it to the camera. This is a list. So, you know, we got all that.
Okay, so
period.
like...
I don't regret a single one. We all have fun.
Okay, so like
we
on
all
a
have
number,
fun.
how much you think that
This
is?
got to be at least 60.
At least 60.
I don't understand why these women think it's a smart idea to document every single time they engaged in bedroom fun. And what's worse, she's actually proud of the list as if it's some kind of massive accomplishment that she has done.
She got 60.
I have more than that. Yeah. Are we counting work or not work? Because I do this for work.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we're counting work, I don't know. But if we're not counting work, like 98.
Never mind. I want to catch up to her, so I am going to another guy. I am. I said I wasn't, but now I am. I got to catch up.
Stop it. Get some help.
That actually makes more sense. Modern women feel like they need to compete with their body counts because they have virtually nothing else going for them.
You know, we're talking about social media, about just not having Instagram on your phone and not dealing, and you feel better.
But one of the issues with social media that's been pointed out by many people is that I think maybe particularly Instagram, people look like they have a much better life than they really do.
Right.
So
by design.
Yeah, people are posting pictures of when they're really happy. They're modifying those pictures to be better looking. Even if they're not modifying the pictures, they're at least selecting the pictures for the best lighting, the best angle. So people basically seem, they're way better looking than they basically really are.
Right.
And they're way happier seeming than they really are.
Social media is absolutely awful these days, guys. There are some good things about it, but honestly, we were probably better off without it. All it does is advertise a life that isn't real by women who feel the need to alter their faces to the point where they aren't even recognizable. It's a waste of time.
So if you look at everyone on Instagram, you might think, man, there are all these happy, beautiful people, and I'm not that good looking, and I'm not happy, so I must suck. When in fact, those people you think are super happy, actually not that happy. Some of them are really depressed. They're very sad. Some of the happiest seeming people, actually some of the saddest people in reality.
If there's one thing a lot of these people have in common, it's the sheer amount of misery they carry in their day-to-day lives. They try to hide it by saying that they're happy all the time, but the looks don't lie, guys. They're clearly unhappy.
The richest man in the world would have the least edited pictures on his Instagram, and that should really give you a clue.
You're gonna love this. This man lives full-time in the metaverse. In his daily routine, he would wake up and go to the bathroom, take a shower, and even commute to work. He claims that he spends 24/7 in the metaverse because it's a better living environment. After work, he gets into his metaverse bed and watches movies on his large virtual flat-screen TV.
This really is just sad, eh? All those dystopian movies really are coming true right here and now.
This is a frightening reality. As the technology becomes more and more available, more people are going to prefer living in virtual reality than they are living in the real world with actual people. It's almost inevitable at this point. I would argue it's already happening with things like computers and video games, but I digress.
As a woman, I'm going to tell you what we are not attracted to. A man can't text you good morning, you're gone.
The worst text to send a girl. The morning text. The good morning and the good night text give girls the ick.
And yet, these are the same women who will tell Chad that a good morning text is the bare minimum. It doesn't matter what guys do, they will always be wrong in the woman's eyes if he's not attractive enough. They just look for petty excuses to justify their behavior.
Fellas, this is what happens when you destroy traditional values in the West. This exact thing.
My roommate on another Meet a Date.
I told you, you cannot go wrong with the Jackie Chan movie. He and Owen Wilson together are magic. You know what I was thinking about? How many shoulders are in 1, 2, 3, 4? No, it's not dumb. Come on. You gotta admit that was kind of smooth. The most fun I've had in a long time. I really, really like spending time with you. Can I kiss you?
If I was the president, the first thing I'd ban is metadating, or whatever it's called.
Here's something to think about when it comes to the metaverse. Can you imagine the insane levels of catfishing that everyone is going to face in the metaverse? It's bad enough out here without adding virtual reality into the mix.
Could you take pictures of my quick?
For what?
My
Picture of your...
Yeah.
For?
Just a post. Could you be in the picture?
She's literally committing several crimes at once, and the cops let her off without any form of repercussions. That sounds about right for today's society.
This streamer just ran over a pedestrian while driving under the influence on her live stream, and the cops let her go without punishment. Recently, a streamer named VP was driving while talking to viewers in her chat, but if that wasn't already bad enough, VP had also literally shown herself getting high on camera right before this. So while she was driving, barely paying attention to her surroundings, she accidentally ran a pedestrian over. In the recording of VP's live stream, you can hear this loud bump and see the car jolt as it hits this random woman crossing the street. Immediately, VP pulled over and asked the woman if she was okay, to which she replied no. After talking to this woman a bit longer and asking how she could help, VP came back to her stream and told the viewers that she just hadn't seen her. She claimed that she had been blinded by the sun and said that she would have to stop the live stream to try and resolve the situation. But a few hours later, VP went live again, explaining that the woman was fine and that a cop had let her go. VP said that the police officer admired her for turning herself in, since there's apparently a lot of hit and runs in LA, so he decided to cut her some slack. However, many regular viewers of VP's live stream say that she's gotten into many similar accidents in the past, also while being intoxicated.
I personally think that the simps shouldn't be allowed to enforce laws, because if this was a guy, he'd be facing multiple criminal charges. That cop should be fired for not doing his job.
Number 2, and this one I learned the hard way. When a man is running after the ping pong ball in beer pong, literally running, I'm like, okay, we're not chasing after that thing. Let that thing stay, let that thing fall off the table, run away, run far from you. You wait till it stops and then you go pick it up. I don't want to see you like chasing after it. That's like, ugh.
Another meaningless ick from a woman who clearly overestimates her value. It's now come to the point where men can't do anything right. Chasing a runaway ping pong ball is not that big of a deal, madam. You need to get over yourself. This whole ick thing has gotten out of hand, but I'm honestly surprised that this list has only made it to 497. I was thinking it would be even longer than that.
Y'all always got something to be mad at. I see no good reason why an actor of any race can't play any historical figure. It's acting. You know, you got Queen Charlotte coming out from Shonda. Then the internet be internet Muhammad Ali. Snow White. Queen Elizabeth II. Y'all are so immature. Polar bear. Leave the animals out of this, please. Martin Luther King. What? The man who stood against the Nate. Get out of here. Obama. Simone. Can he be snooped?
fair, the creators of these posters were playing by the exact same rules set by the people who are making historically inaccurate period dramas. It's all fair game under their own logic.
Inclusivity, that's the name of the game, isn't it?
As well. Yeah. So I hope this was really worth it to you. You really wasted my time and my energy today.
I hope you have a better day.
Oh, well, I was having a great day until you showed up and decided to waste my time.
Do you mind if I close my door?
I don't mind, ugly.
So, yeah, I'm done dating. So last week, I saw this girl on Mutual, that's the Mormon dating app.
It doesn't matter the dating app's theme. All of the dating apps have been polluted with women who are either aged out, used up, crazy, or all three. Dating apps are a complete waste of time, guys.
So anyways, I see this girl, very gorgeous. She's got like her business information and her phone number's on her profile. And she does like teeth whitening and esthetician stuff. So I was thinking, if you're game, I could pay you to whiten my teeth. And then if you were attracted to me and we hit it off, I could ask you out on a date.
Patronizing a woman's business in hopes of being able to take her out on a date is pretty much the same thing as buying her a drink at a club. It's a total simp move and it goes absolutely nowhere. This guy is going about things all wrong.
And I said, sounds good. We just got released, so I can be there in like 25 or 30 minutes. So 5:10, so 31 minutes. I was 1 minute late. I was like just trying to find a spot. So I park my car where I'm not supposed to be parked in front of her thing. It says permit only. And I walk in and I'm like, hey, I must be confused because I don't see any spots open on the street to park in. And she's like, I told you could park over at the Megaplex, with like all this attitude. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna pass.
For context, guys, he's trying to find a parking space in town to have this woman whiten his teeth, and he can't find a place, and she's sending him incredibly rude text messages, and he still agrees to see her. But the rule is, if she's willing to disrespect you via text, don't give her a chance to do it to your face, a rule that he's clearly not going to follow.
And so I turn around and I start walking out the door, and this must not have been her first rodeo, because immediately she starts filming. And she chases me out the door. I'm not kidding. She chases me out the door. She runs over to my car, she's like taking pictures of my plates. She's like, I'm gonna call the cops and I'm gonna tell them that, because I told you there's $100 cancellation fee. And I'm like in shock, because I'm like, what is going on right now?
Wow, that was a crazy story, but now I'm confused. What was her whole deal? She just trying to get $100 out of everyone who makes a call to her salon?
She was furious because she didn't get any money for her failing business, and so now she's trying to shame him when his only real crime was being a simp. Hopefully lessons were learned by him.
If her Instagram is on public, she is cheating on you. You think your woman will let you go to the club and actively be hit on by other women who desire you, who could possibly be better looking than her? No. Well, that's what Instagram is. Instagram is a dating app, the biggest dating app. And if your girl is in a relationship with you, other men shouldn't have access to even see what she looks like, because they're going to be DMing her. They're going to be liking her pictures. What is the purpose of your woman constantly being hit on by other men when she's in a relationship? When a woman is in a relationship, she needs to make herself only available for her man. Other men shouldn't even exist. This does not mean she can't have a profile, but she can have a profile with just her friends. If your girlfriend's page is on public, chances are them DMs are being flooded and she's entertaining your possible replacement.
The funny thing is, if you address these concerns with her in a calm and mature manner, she will turn around and meet you with such resentment. Even if she's not cheating but still insists on keeping it open, she's using it for attention and validation, which is just as bad. Because at that point, attention from strangers takes priority over the attention from her significant other.
What's stopping you from stopping and just putting all your time into raising your child?
To be honest, I love money, and me and my dad had this talk. It would be stupid for me to shut down my...
Oh, your dad's in favor.
Yeah. So my dad was
wants
like,
you to do
that you've made a lot of money and you need to keep going. I said, I can shut it down. He goes, that would be the most
what?
But the year before, like, I don't care if I'm broke as long as I have my family. Well, do you know what? Hypothetically, if that were to ever happen, I would still be okay. I used to be broke when I was your guys' age, and I was just fine.
I thought you were doing so much at our age.
No, 19. Your age, I was living in a penthouse. When I was your age and literally just started everything, I was really broke.
These spicy content creators with children are some of the most selfish women to walk this earth. Her adult pages will always be more important than the emotional well-being of her own flesh and blood. That child is going to be relentlessly bullied by everyone because of what she does, and she doesn't even give a damn. It's all about the money to her.
I had worked at McDonald's when I was like, what, 18, 19, and then
That's
went to
normal.
university.
I live in my own house with my 2 roommates.
She has roommates, guys. That's all you need to know about
And
her.
I love them.
She has
I love
roommates,
them.
and she makes $23 an hour. Literally. We're going to start it like that. Who the said that?
Me.
Oh, you said that? You can shut the too. What's that? You want to say something? Come say it to me.
See how argumentative she's becoming? She refuses to live in a world where she can be considered even slightly wrong for anything. She made a bad decision with her life, and she can't stand when somebody calls her out for choosing poorly. You know, if you're going to film yourself in public doing TikTok dances, then you can't be surprised if people photobomb you and poke fun. If you don't want interruptions, go dance somewhere privately. It's really not that damn difficult.
So what are some red flags that guys look for on a girl's Instagram? And before you go and shoot the messenger, don't get mad at me, because these are just common things amongst all of us guys that we look for on a girl's Instagram as a red flag. So first things first, and this one's a given, if you have pictures with your ex, that's usually a red flag. Typically that tells us that you haven't gone over things, or you're still talking to that ex. The second thing we look for, and this one's sort of a funny one, but if you have like pictures of you in a Rolls Royce with a star ceiling, and you're in these fancy cars all the time, and you're just like a normal everyday person, first things first that's going to come to our head is, who is paying for this?
It doesn't matter the answer to who's paying for it, because it all ends the same way. She's making it clear that money is more important than emotional connections, but hey, at least they're addressing their intentions right out in the open.
The girl might be paying for this herself, like she might be a successful businesswoman, and that's totally fine, but usually it's pretty clear if she has a business of her own, and if she doesn't, we're usually going to assume that a guy is paying for this, which is a red flag for us. Now the last one is sort of a given, and I think this goes both ways for girls and guys. But if you have tons of guys in your comment section just drooling all over you, that's usually a little bit of a red flag for us.
With that, I find it funny how if a woman sees a man with a lot of female followers on Instagram, she is allowed to be jealous and controlling, but if a man doesn't like the attention she's receiving online, then he's insecure and doesn't need to worry about anything.
I think the same thing goes for girls. If you're a girl and you see a bunch of girls drooling all over a guy in his comment section, it's going to be a little bit of a red flag. You're probably going to think he's a little bit of a womanizer. But that's just the way it is. And that's what we look for when we're on a girl's Instagram. I'll say it again. Please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just literally sharing what all of us guys are thinking. Take this advice for what it is.
Filters. Yeah, I'd say the 4th red flag would be the number of filters.
Go, 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 go. Stop. Go, 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 go. Stop.
Remember back when people used to go outside and actually do things? Now that's just been replaced with people just endlessly playing on their phones and wasting time in the dullest ways imaginable.
Every girl you see in your life, like you go to their Instagram comments, every time I go to Bina's page, all of her friends, any photo, stunning, gorgeous, hot mama, love your look, killing it, I am screaming, breathtaking.
Yeah.
Breathtaking.
Breathtaking.
Okay.
That's right, yeah.
Tonight, if I go to your Instagram page and I write breathtaking, you'll block me immediately.
All it takes is an Instagram filter and a few lying friends. Voila, you got yourself a delusional woman.
That's just because men don't put nearly as much value into meaningless social media commentary the same way that modern women do. They pretend to build each other up, but if you put 10 of them in a room with a single Chad, you'll see how supportive they are truly of one another.
I post like picture of myself. It's not for men, it's for me.
Really?
Yeah. I like my profile to be like, I like to
If
make
it's
my
for you,
feet
then
look
why do you got to
good.
put it on the internet? Why not just keep it in your camera roll and look at it? Yeah, keep it in your
So
phone.
when you post on Instagram, you're like, oh, I'm gonna get a woman. That's
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the
You
difference.
know,
I'm
like-
honest about it.
You know, like I don't even respond to DMs.
That's fine, but you still like the attention.
Bruh.
Any woman who says that they are dressing up provocatively, taking a photo and putting it online are not doing it for themselves. They're doing it for the attention. It doesn't matter if she's responding to her DMs or not. She is doing it for the attention. It is really that simple.
Really?
I mean, we all like the attention, but
Okay.
I don't really do it for men.
You do it for the attention from men, which is the problem.
No, it's not about that.
You take pictures for yourself?
Yeah.
You put makeup on for yourself?
Yeah.
You do your hair for yourself?
Yeah, because
you
I
wear
want to
heels for
look
yourself?
good. I swear, I'm not gonna like have a good day if I look ugly. And it's all about me. I don't care what they gonna think.
If you do it for yourself, do you go to sleep with makeup on? With your dress and your heels on too?
What's the point? I'm sleeping.
The point I'm trying to make is that women lie to themselves and say they do things for themselves. No, you do it for the express interest of the opposite gender.
I do it for myself. I swear.
I don't think these women are lying to themselves. They're lying to everybody else around them. Deep down, she knows she doesn't dress and act the way she does to make herself feel good. That's what the attention is for.
Listen, once you realize social media is fake, you will be way better off. People get on these apps comparing their relationships to others, comparing themselves to others, and y'all don't even know what's going on off camera. People can be rich on camera but be broke in real life. People are only gonna post the good things that are going on. I just seen a woman get on this app and call her man broke in front of millions of people simply because he doesn't pay for trips and they don't do nothing fun. But he's a homeowner, he has a good paying job, but he simply has a lot of debt. So he has to put his money into his business, into what he has to pay for.
Social media is completely fake and designed to make people as miserable and as irritable as possible. Just ask anybody who puts too much emphasis on their following, and you'll clearly see someone who's clearly unsatisfied with life.
But she got on the internet and called him broke simply because what she sees on the internet. Simply because he can't pay for the fun things. But he's handling his personal business off camera. So she sat on this camera right here and said he was broke in front of 1 million people. And it's embarrassing. Now, how do you think that video is gonna make him feel? She called him broke on camera, but he's a homeowner, has a great job, but he's paying off his debt. And then she had the nerve to say, oh, he has a great personality though. He has a great personality, trying to butter it up. But you just called this man broke and put y'all business out there in front of 1 million people. Get off the internet, bro. For real.
You can always tell a modern woman's true intentions when she's complaining that her man isn't taking her on lavish vacations, showering her with gifts and other gestures. And because of this so-called logic, she will justify her shaming of this man for no reason outside of her own selfishness.
You want to know why people are so afraid of dating in relationships nowadays? Is because it is so easy to lose your partner to somebody else. And honestly, I have social media to blame for this. Why? Because everyone is so easily accessible.
There is no such thing as loyalty anymore. Dating applications combined with the promotion of selfish lifestyle has convinced modern women that they will always deserve better, so they will continue to monkey branch until they fall out of the damn tree.
You know, back in the day when it came to our parents or our grandparents, they had an argument with their spouse. They had no choice but to go home, do their duties as a parent or a spouse, and handle it. Now, all people have to do is turn to social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Twitter, you name it. And the sad reality is that far too many people know what their options are going to be if what they have doesn't work out. It's that dude they see always liking their photos. It's that girl always sliding in his DMs. We have lost sight of commitment, and instead of desiring love and longevity, everybody's desiring attention and validation. And the easiest way to get that is through social media. That's why everybody wants to be an influencer. That's why everybody wants to be famous.
That's a good point. The internet has made people so lazy when it comes to relationships that they give themselves two options in regards to their problems. Number one, break up because of one fight, or number two, openly complain about your significant other to an audience of literally billions. Maturity, has gone right out the window with these people. And I'd also like to add here that typically it's the people with options. I don't think average dudes are the ones who are out here doing it. I think it's the chads and also the women who are out here treating the average man like they are above him.
Newsflash, how many celebrity couples actually make it the long run? Not very many. And it breaks my heart that a "you're beautiful" or "you're handsome" will never amount to the 300 likes they get on that photo, because their values and morals are twisted. That's just the truth.
Ugh, I hate cats.
Oh my god. Wow.
Don't talk about like that, yeah, skip. Chat, can y'all defend me? This is crazy. She said, shut your... No, honestly?
No, where's your mom?
No, honestly, that, like, was good. I appreciate you for that. I needed that. I needed some humbling.
Girl, you probably do amateur.
But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you are new here, drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.